All right, so here's my video. I'm going to go over all of the answers for this study guide. And if you have any questions, please send me a message. I'll do my best to try to help you out. All right, so for number 1 to 6, we were supposed to name the angles. You know, our choices are alternate interior, alternate exterior, consecutive interior, corresponding angles, vertical angles, and linear pair. Okay, those are the only angle relationships that we covered so far. So for number 3 and 8, angle 3 and 8, here's 3, oops, here's 3, here's 8. They're on the same side of a transversal, and so they are corresponding angles. I'm just going to type corresponding. I'm just going to abbreviate. That's okay. All right, so number 2 is angle 1 and 4. Angle 1 is here. Angle 4 is down here. They are alternate exterior. They are on opposite sides of the transversal, outside of the two lines of the transversal is across. So they are alternate exterior. Okay, next, number 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So now I'm using this 3 again, and 5. They are alternate interior. I should have just abbreviated all of them. All right, 7 and 9. 7 and 9 are consecutive interior. They're in between, on the same side of the transversal, one after the next. They are consecutive interior. Okay, angle 7 and 8. I'm going to use 7 again, and now I'm an 8 down here. They are alternate interior. I'm just going to cheat a bit here. Use technology, right? Oh, no, it's the wrong one. All right, last one. 8 and 9. 8 and 9 look mighty fine. I can, right here they are. Oh, I'm just going to erase my marks here. 8 and 9. They are a linear pair. A linear pair. Oh, I didn't realize it changed the color of the text. Sorry, guys. Linear pair. Well, you know, I like to switch colors anyway. So, that's that. That's all there is to that. Okay, so now we're using, these are parallel lines. So when two lines are parallel, then the properties that go along with those angle relationships are true. Like the angles that are congruent are alternate exterior, alternate interior, corresponding angles. They are all related to parallel lines, and that those angles are congruent. And then consecutive interior angles are also related to parallel lines, and they must be supplementary together. That means they equal 180 degrees. Okay, so if I look here, number 7, I see that 38 degrees is alternate exterior with 4x plus 12. I mean 4y plus 12. So 4y plus 12 equals 36. Subtract 12 and we get 4y equals 24. Divide by 4 and I have y equals 6. So it just says to find the value of the variables. We don't need to plug it back in. Plus we already know it equals 36 degrees. So y equals 6. Okay, now for x. X and my my expression down here that equals 36 degrees. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say x. This angle here and this angle, 4y plus 12, are linear pair. That's not necessarily related to parallel lines because it doesn't say anything else about the line above it. So together, they equal 180. Well, I already know 4y plus 12 equals 36, so I can just simply say 10x plus 24 plus 36 equals 180. 10x plus 60 equals 180. Subtract 60 from both sides, and I get 10x equals 120. And x equals 12. All right, I'm just going to put that in right here. X equals 12. All right, fabulous. I don't know if you can see that yellow in there, but you can hear my voice, so that's good. Or maybe it's not good. I don't know. I should have a lovely voice. All right, number 8. Here we go. 70 degrees in this expression right here, 3x minus 14. They are corresponding. They're on the same side of the transversal, and they skip this little angle here. Corresponding angles. Occupy corresponding positions. So if we do my little work here, 3x minus 14 equals 70. 3x equals 84. X equals 28. Oh, I'm sorry, something happened there. X equals 28. I'll write that down here. X equals 28. Okay, moving on to number 9. I'm going to just draw a line here. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Draw a line here, separate. Okay, so number 9, 150 degrees, and this expression 2x plus 1 are alternate exterior. They are congruent. 2x plus 1 equals 151. Subtract 1 from both sides, and 2x equals 150. Divide by 2, and I get x equals 75. I'm just going to write my answer in here. X equals 75. All right, last one, number 10. I'm going to draw a little line here and separate my work. All right, I have two angles in between the parallel lines on the same side of the transversal, one after the next. They are consecutive interior. So we add them together and set it equal to 180. 2x plus 4 plus 3x minus 9 equals 180. Combine like terms on the left side, so 2 and 3 make 5x. 4 and negative 9 make negative 5 equals 180. Add 5 to both sides and get 5x equals 175. Divide 175 by 5. Oops. And I get x is equal to 35. I'm going to record my answer right here. X is equal to 35. If you want to plug it back in, cool. Make sure that they are supplementary angles. All right, so it's really important that you understand these relationships with the angles and the parallel lines. Oh, there's another one here, number 11. Okay, I have this expression 2x plus 1 and 3x there in between the in between the parallel lines on opposite sides of the transversal, so they alternate, and they're inside, so they're alternate interior. So they're congruent. 2x plus 20 equals 3x. Go ahead and subtract 2x from both sides. I usually keep my variable on the left side, but since that's all I have on the right, I'm just going to do it this way. So 20 equals 1x, or just x. X equals 20. That's simple. Babooshki. Okay. 12 and 13, it says find the slope of the line that passes through the given points. Well, we're just going to use the slope formula. 1 minus negative 2 is 1 plus 2 over 5 minus negative 4, which becomes addition again. I have 3 over 9. Please make sure you reduce your slopes if possible. Do not give me mixed numbers. Do not give me decimals. But I do want a reduced fraction when possible. That is 1/3. All right, number 13, 3 minus 3 over 7 minus negative 5, which is plus 5. That gives me 0 over 12, which is 0. right? It's okay if 0 is in the numerator. It's not okay if 0 is in the denominator. All right, here's where I'm sure some of you are like, oh, equations of lines. This may or may not have been your favorite topic in algebra. It's pretty much all they talk about. But this is a review. You should all know how to do this, okay? So make sure you slow yourself down and read the situation. If it's parallel or perpendicular or the information that you're given, you want to make sure that you know what to do. So number 14, write the equation of the line that passes through the point -3, 9 and is parallel to the line. What it means to be parallel to the line, it means they have the same slope. So my slope, my m, is -1. That is all I need from the line. We're not going to have the same y-intercept because if we did, then they wouldn't be parallel. The parallel lines never intersect, okay? I'm going to use this -3 or this -3, 9 as my x, y, and I'm going to plug into y equals mx plus b. So 9 is y equals, oh, and I didn't write my negative, did I? -1 is my slope. -1 times my x, which is -3, plus b. 9 equals +3 plus b. Oh. Subtract 3 from both sides, and b equals 6. Once you have m and b, you just simply put it together. So y equals -1x plus 6, or just -x plus 6. It's okay. Either way is correct. Okay, number 15. Write the equation of the line that passes through the point 1, -5 and is perpendicular to the line. Perpendicular is a long word. It's complicated. So what that means is we take the slope, 1/2, we flip it upside down, that gives us +2, and change the sign. So now my slope, or my m, is -2. I don't like this negative up here. Sorry. I know it's a new point. You're like, we already talked about that. Anyway, okay, so my slope for number 15 of the equation I'm going to write is -2. Here is my x, here is my y. Again, I'm going to plug into y equals mx plus b. So -5 equals my m, which was -2, times 1, plus b. We're solving for b. We need to find the y-intercept. -5 equals -2 plus b. Add 2 to both sides, and b equals -3. Now I have my b, I got my m. I'm just going to write my equation of the line. Y equals -2x minus 3. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, number 16, write the equation of the line that passes through the point and has a slope of -5. How glorious is that? They already gave us the slope. This is my m. Here is my x. Here is my y. I, again, am going to plug into y equals mx plus b. I'm going to do 16 on this side, though, on the right side. So, my y was -1. -1 equals my slope, -5 times my x, 2, plus b. -5 times 2 is -10. When I add 10 to both sides, that gives me b equals 9. Lovely. All right, we just put it together at that point. Y equals -5x plus 9. A wonderful equation. All right, last one on this slide here. Number 17 says, write the equation line that passes through the points. Well, what's the two things we need for an equation of a line? We need a slope. We need a y-intercept. So we better plug those points in and find the slope. All right, so first, let's find the slope. I'll just draw a line separate here. So 0 minus -4 is +4 over -3 minus 1. 0 plus 4 gives me 4. -3 minus 1 is -4. 4 over -4 is -1. So my slope, my m, is -1. Now at this point, you get to pick a point, no pun intended, to plug into y equals mx plus b so we can find our y-intercept. I always pick points if they have a 0, that's my jam. because I like working with 0. So I'm going to pick this point. That's going to be my x and my y. And I'm going to plug that in to y equals mx plus b. So y is 0. 0 equals my slope, -1, times my x, -3, plus b. Well, -1 times -3 is +3. 0 equals 3 plus b. Subtract 3 from both sides, and I get b is equal to -3. Now I have all my information. I have my slope, I have my y-intercept. Just plug in m and b. Y equals -1x minus 3. Hopefully you got those all right. Hallelujah. All right, let's move on here. All right, so this is something I want you guys to think about, okay? So in order for it to be parallel lines, there has to be information about both of the lines that are supposed to be parallel. Here, in number 18, 60 degrees and 60 degrees, they are corresponding. So yes, this is definitely parallel. I have enough information. I'm talking about both of the lines A and B. Yes, and I'm just going to write corresponding. I'm going to abbreviate corresponding. How about that? Excuse me. Number 19, I have an angle here of 70 and another one down here of 70. They are alternate interior. They're congruent. So yes, and they're both related to the lines A and B. So yes, these are parallel and they are alternate interior. All right, number 20. I have 100 degrees here and 100 degrees here. That's cool. They're vertical angles, but it doesn't say anything about B. This does not prove that the A and B are parallel. So no, vertical angles does not prove parallel lines. All right, number 21. Ooh, I got 130. I have 50. When I do a linear pair, that gives me 180. But it doesn't say anything about line A. So a linear pair does not prove parallel lines either. No. This is a linear pair. Lin pair. So be real careful about that, okay? The only angles, relationships, I should say, that prove parallel lines are corresponding. Alternate interior, alternate exterior, and consecutive interior. Those are the 4 that prove parallel lines. Vertical angles do exist, but they don't prove that lines are parallel. And a linear pair exists as well, but also does not prove that it's parallel. Oh my gosh, we're going to graph the equations, both of them on this coordinate plane. I'm going to put equation number 22 in red. All right, y equals 1/3 x minus 2. -2 is my y-intercept. I'm going to make a point here. My slope is 1/3, so I'm going to go up 1 and over 3. 1, 2, 3. Make another point, and beep. Oh boy, I should have used the line tool. That's all right. All right, number 23, I'm going to graph in blue. Y equals -3/2x plus 4. I plot my first point at 4. My slope is -3/2, so I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 2, 1, 2. Make another point. Now I just simply connect my dots. And you try your best. I'm going to give you guys all over order to do this, so you can have nice straight lines. All right, here's one I had a question about on Schoology. It says graph the line with a given description, okay? It's through this point, but it's perpendicular to this line. Perpendicular means whatever the slope is of that line, we need to flip it upside down and change the sign. That will be the slope related to this point here. Okay, so first let's find the slope. 1 minus -2 is 1 plus 2. 3 minus -3 is 3 plus 3. That gives me 3/6, which is 1/2. When I flip 1/2 upside down and change the sign, I get a slope of -2. That is perpendicular to this slope. So I'm going to start here at this point, 3, -3. I'm going to make a point here, and then I'm going to move in the direction of my slope, down to right 1. I'm going to try again. Yeah, it's basically good enough, okay? Here's my point that it had to go through. And then here was my down to right one right here. Just pretend that the line goes to that point. Let's make the point really big. All right, that's how simple it is. Simply find the slope. So you want to find the slope. And if it's parallel, keep it the same. If it's perpendicular, flip it and change the sign. And then the point that you're going through is your starting point. So make a point there at 3, -3, and move in the direction of your perpendicular slope. And that's it. All right, here we go. We have another one. Oh my gosh, through the point, -4, 2, but it is parallel to the line. So we're going to find the slope. -2 minus 4 over 5 minus 3. -2 minus 4 is actually -6. 5 minus 3 is 2. -6 divided by 2 is -3. My slope is the same because it's parallel, so it's -3. We're going to go to this point, -4, 2, right here. And I am going to go down 3. I'm going to move in the direction of my slope. 1, 2, 3, and right 1. Make another point. No matter how hard I try. But it's generally good enough, so I'm okay with that. It's hard to write on the screen with this spongy little pen, but I try my best. All right, that's all there is to it. And that's it. Also, please make sure you guys are looking at your vocabulary and you understand all those words from your Chapter 3 vocabulary, because there is some questions on vocabulary, fill in the blanks, but there is not a word bank. So you need to know these words: transversal, skew lines, parallel, perpendicular, alternate interior, alternate exterior, consecutive interior, corresponding angles, all of the words that were in the Chapter 3 vocabulary. I think I might have listed them, but I might have missed one. I don't have it written for me, but you do. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and don't forget to study, and I will see you next week. Bye.